Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Wednesday, the 4th of August, 2021. We're publishing our regular morning update where we look at the latest news headlines, economic reports, and precious metal prices. Today we see that gold and silver continue to move higher, not by much, but higher nevertheless, and cryptos are taking a further beating of at least a few percentage points. Governor Cuomo is in trouble, and the Delta virus is spreading further afield. So let's take a look. Good morning and welcome this sunny 2 days in a row, Wednesday morning. It's 09:48 a.m. GMT +1, and it's the 4th of August, the day before my birthday. Now tomorrow I will be publishing a video in the morning. However, I am going away for a couple of days to stay at a stately home. Now I won't say where because I know millions and millions of fans will be flocking to get a view of me. Okay, we know that's not going to happen. However, it's just for a couple of days. So it's unlikely that there will be a video on Friday morning. So let me repeat that. There will be one tomorrow morning, but unlikely to be one on Friday morning, as I hope to have a rest and an enjoyable Thursday evening dinner and a few glasses of wine. Let's get up with the news. COVID shots targeting Delta may be needed, researchers say. For some time, we have been stating that the main headlines are going to be COVID and Delta, and that the one thing we should watch for are further lockdowns. Now, governments around the world are, in fairness, trying to avoid that by pushing the vaccines, and in some cases, the wearing of face masks. We shall see how successful that actually proves to be. On the economic front, Standard Chartered, that's a bank, eyes stratospheric fintech values in digital push. And this is where their leader talks about where he's been spending their money lately. Even though they've fallen behind in financial technology, they have started to invest in a few quite interesting fintech type apps. This is the one I want to focus on for a moment. ECB won't rush to signal future of pandemic program. Kazakhs. Let's take a quick look at that. And what we see is investors waiting for a heads up from the European Central Bank on the future of pandemic bond buying in September will probably be disappointed, according to the Governing Council member Martins Kazakhs. With nearly 600 billion euros, the equivalent of $713 billion, left to spend, and the programme running at least through the end of March, so it's going well into 2022, it would be much too early for a decision on whether to extend or phase out purchases, he said in an interview. Coronavirus infections are rising again across much of the region, threatening new restrictions that could jeopardise the recovery. Given the uncertainty, given how much time is left, there is no need to decide on that, said Kazakhs, who also leads Latvia's central bank. We will discuss it, but at the moment, it would still be premature. Policymakers have set up their September meeting, where new forecasts will become available, as a crucial session to scrutinise the euro area economy and its prospects, and to start debating post-pandemic monetary stimulus. Kazakhs urged investors to be patient in expecting results on when or how emergency support will be unwound. The next scheduled opportunity for a decision after September would be ECB's meeting on October 28. And of course we all know that the Fed is not meeting in August, or the FOMC of the Fed's not meeting in August, and we will be hearing from them in late September. From memory, don't hold me to it, 25th, 26th of September. So, why is this being announced? Well, we've heard Christine Lagarde talking about raising their inflation target slightly and also being, shall we say, accommodative, for the want of a better expression. They don't want to give away too early further extensions of their financial support in case, quite frankly, it leads to further devaluation of the euro and perhaps even increasing the stock market bubble to an effect that perhaps they cannot control it. Anyway, we shall wait and see, but it's moderately good news, to be fair. Let's have a look what's happening according to the BBC. Taylor Wimpey, this UK builder, rejects housing market bubble fears. The house builder sees bumper profits and builds a record number of new homes in the first half of 2021. And the argument here is that we're not in a bubble because lots of new homes are being built. Petrol prices at 8-year high, says RAC. That's the old-fashioned Royal Automobile Club. The RAC is making it very clear that prices have risen for 9 straight months and expected to increase further, even though we're seeing a relative degree of stability in the price of crude oil. New York restaurant customers to need COVID jabs, and this we're going to see far more often. And China Tesla rival plans Hong Kong secondary listing. So Tesla won't necessarily have total control of the electric car market. In America, some political difficulty for Governor Cuomo. Cuomo should resign over misconduct report. I won't go over that. I'm sure those in America will have seen all the headlines. He's been a naughty boy, allegedly, and he should resign. FBI used staff photos in covert sex crime stings. And Biden to continue Trump-era migrant expulsions. Going back to COVID, Florida breaks COVID hospital admissions record. The governor of Florida is basically stopping anyone, any organization, from imposing mask mandates and vaccination mandates. And allegedly the result is far increase in infections. We shall see if his strategy works. Let's go on to the financials. Dollar is currently up 0.04, or the dollar index, at 92.12. Yesterday, you may recall, it was at just at 92. Oil, as already mentioned, early 70s. WTI crude $70.56 and Brent $72.55. Broadly unchanged on the day. Stocks, well, in America, racing ahead again. Up 0.8% on average. Not that far off, again, all-time highs. A little push today, and we may very well see one or two of the indices at all-time highs. Overnight, Asia-Pacific, slightly mixed actually. The Nikkei down 0.2%. The Topix index down 0.5%. But the Hang Seng index up 0.88. But it has taken a beating of late. And the CSI up 0.9. Now in Europe, the markets are now open. And we can see the Euro Stoxx index is up 0.5%. The FTSE up 0.25%. The DAX up 0.6%. And the CAC up 0.4%. We still see higher prices, we have to admit. Until the financial support stops or is seen to stop, higher prices are the way to go. And now with institutions declaring even higher profits than anticipated, that's giving quite a good tailwind behind equities. Financial data. Yesterday we saw factory orders actually fall in June to 1.5%. Now, when I say fall, it's standing at 1.5% compared to 2.3% the previous month. So it's still going up, but it's down in terms of percentage growth. Core capital goods orders 0.7 compared to 0.6, and real household debt 0% in quarter two compared to an increase of 0.5% previously. We weren't frankly too bothered about yesterday or Monday's figures because Mondays were pretty benign, more or less as per expectations, but today will be quite important and will be a forerunner of what's going to happen for the rest of the week. We have the ADP employment report, 653,000 expected compared to 692 the previous week. We shall see how that pans out. And we have the market and the ISM services PMIs for July, and we'll see how they compare. The ADP report will give us an insight, not a guarantee, but an insight to the non-farm payrolls on Friday. And if we compare the ADP report with Thursday's initial jobless claims, and see exactly where we are likely to be heading. When I say ADP report 692 last week, I meant last month, not last week. So what's happening to the price of gold? Well, it's up $3.90. Before we get too carried away though, if we compare it on the week, in other words on Friday's close, actually the gold price has changed since I've clicked the button. Let me go back. It's up 109 now. When we compare it with a week though, in other words Friday's close, it's actually down $3. Going through to silver, let me refresh the page because obviously I did this a few minutes ago. We can see that silver is up 19 cents, which is nice, 25.66. Friday's close was 25.50, so it's actually up 16 cents since Friday's close. So a positive picture for silver. How long will it last? Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin taking another hit, down to $37,000. It was $42,000 just 2 or 3 days ago. Having said that, of course, the crypto market, although it's fallen 1.18%, it still has a capitalization of 1.54 trillion. A lot of what I call the crypto pumpers are expecting a 2 trillion market cap later this year. We shall see if they are right. That's it for now. We're off to enjoy the sunshine and get some vital vitamins. But before we go, please do give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And press the bell sign. Until tomorrow, see you then. Disclaimer. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.